Laugh at it, so it's very solid.
Yeah, I would ban the Dusa. I'd ban it.
Remaining.
Tundra are going to have first pick out here. They're probably just going to pick like a position 4. What am I thinking about though? Position 4, ideally something that can hit the egg. Doesn't need to be like a Snapfire. It doesn't need to be like the thing to kill an egg. But maybe something like a Willow actually might not be too bad versus Void Spirits.
Oh, Terrorblade. Another skittery hero. Good with Coddle as well. Because obviously he reduces the time of meta.
Yep.
I still think Dusa's pretty fine here. I actually like Dusa more than Terrorblade here.
For Tundra, you're saying?
Yes.
The issue is PL still in the pool. You need to ban it. Because I think it's a viable hero for VP right now. The lane's okay versus Tide. Blinding Light's annoying, but you just doppel it, and you're good to go.
Remaining.
So maybe if we ban PL, wouldn't mind it. They banned the Sven, so are they thinking of PL then for Tundra? Because we don't have a lot of other heroes, of course, with like a built-in cleave. I guess you can go Mag for VP. We'll go Nyx for now. That's going to probably dissuade from any Dusa thoughts that VP may or may not have had. VP, again, very much sticking with what works, right? As we've seen them do time and time again. So I think that's why perhaps Tundra are preempting any sort of Dusa thoughts out from VP.
I'm wondering what Virtus Pro picks up now, because they really are running out of carries. Especially if they want to go for their typical strat of like a safe 4+1 carry. Even Bloodseeker fulfills that role. He might be a bit more of a tempo carry to a degree, but he farms fast.
Yeah, Bloodseeker banned, of course.
No, I know. What I'm saying is that they always try to play that strat. So for now, Mars, okay.
Good. Good
I don't
combo.
know what carry I'm gonna pick. Just leave it later. Just leave it later.
Phoenix Mars, and there's the Lion.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I like a Lion. Can pop a Coddle in any position, right? Even Core Coddle doesn't really build that many stats, just usually the 3-0 Talisman, which is what, like 6 strength or something between them. So not that much. So Finger of Death, very strong. Hex, amazing versus Tidehunter. Doesn't do any damage, allows you to kind of ignore him and not proc the Kraken Shell. Decent lane as well, double stun lane with the... Oh, it's a 5 probably line with the Phoenix, so never mind.
Well, it could be either. It doesn't matter, but... there's also subs to Dusa. Mars is really good against Dusa, obviously, so is Lion with a Mana Drain. So it's pretty good. By the way, though, for Tundra, I don't think they're going to pick it, but this is a great Lifestealer game. It's such a good Lifestealer game. 3P against Mars and Phoenix. Lion, Hex annoys you, but you can save him later. It's fine. And Coddle with Chakra Magic actually gives you more rage. It's so good. You even have Nyx for the Infest bomb. It's crazy good. The question is, do you want to then pick Lifestealer? Like that's the
Yeah, it ain't a bad Lifestealer game though. It's another egg hitter, right? Because it's a hero that, especially against the Lion's a bit scary though, isn't he? Oh boy, a Visage.
Boy, that is exciting.
This hero got buffed, actually. This hero got buffed.
Pretty considerable buffs as well.
Yeah,
the turn rate on the familiars got like halved, I believe, or like double as fast.
I thought that got worse though, didn't it? If the turn rate is higher, isn't that a bad thing?
I think it got
because they were very snappy before. They were very snappy. It went from 0.6 to 0.9. The patch notes exactly were the birds increased turn rate from 0.6 to 0.9.
Yeah, doesn't that mean faster?
They also got armor. I'm not sure, to be honest. I know most heroes have a turn rate of 0.7. I can tell you that. At least they used to, because they messed with turn rates recently. Okay, so some small nerfs as well on Grave Chill, because that was a little bit bonkers in the lane. You'd steal like 20% move speed.
Pango has a turn rate of 1, so that means, yeah, so he's the fastest turnist hero.
Okay, so the birds, so they're even snappier now. They got bonus armor as well, which is something really nice for the familiars. Because if you weren't nearby, or if your Gravekeeper's cloak stacks were removed
on higher levels,
those things would just absolutely die. And they also increase the cell phone reception range on the Soul Assumption.
So not a big a deal.
It's not bad though. It's not bad.
It's okay. It's like a small buff. The Grave Chill did get a little bit nerfed. Not that big a deal though.
Yeah,
I think the familiar buffs are the biggest ones, though.
they're true. The finger buffs by far and away are the biggest ones. Yeah, absolutely. I think they mess with his talents a little bit as well, as they like to do in these patches. But
No, they do not.
okay, Grave Chill in the lane is a little bit of a bigger deal though, because before the early levels were bonkers, especially for the move speed. That is the one thing I'll say. And
Oh, look,
because
by the way.
unless you've been watching our lower division DPC Season 2 coverage for ESL, where we had, who was it, the Hawk for, what team was he on?
Prosty Esley.
Thank you, yeah.
He was playing a lot of Visage carry.
He was. And the new Ags, what is it called? Silent as the Grave or whatever, very strong. But in particular, this hero now, they like doubled his projectile speed. So he's a lot more viable of a laner before even he gets the familiars online. That was a change at 7.29, but again, not too many Visage games. So really excited to see it here for Tundra.
I'm interested in Nine or Skitter plays. I know they both play. Or Skitter used to. I think Nine does. I'm not sure about that one. I love, by the way, VP, exactly what I was telling you. Lifestealer Dusa, the two heroes that seemed strongest for Tundra. Now you're both running out of carries. What is VP thinking about? Genuinely Ursa's kind of good here, to be honest.
Templar
Oh,
assassin.
yeah, carry. Yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, really good against familiars. No, this is very good.
Wait, who's going? Oh, right. TA safe, right? Should be?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, TA safe. This is very good. It's very good against Visage familiars, obviously, because pure damage when you spill. So, who cares about the extra armor?
10 seconds.
Even if the spill did get reduced, it's still solid.
Yeah, but it's about the stacks of the Gravekeeper's Cloak. I think it's still good, because we can get through a Visage's stacks with Phoenix and Mars and Void Spirit actually super easily, and then you have the TA to just slice right through him, because Visage otherwise very low HP hero, does depend a lot on those stacks. So yeah, I like the pick quite a bit. The pick. Tundra?
Very true. So it is going to be 9 Visage. Okay.
Yeah.
Been a long time since season, so I'm not surprised. Okay. Or 3.
Oh,
Oh, right.
what?
The classic 3/3 Visage. No, that's true. So then tied 5.
What? I wasn't expecting this.
Oh, 3/3. You did used to abuse this hero a lot. I remember on NIP days, but it's been forever since I've watched him. He is the king of micro for a reason. That is very interesting. I don't know if VP were expecting this, because actually Visage is pretty good against TA, and obviously once he gets 6.
Yep, very good against TA. Especially with the move speed slow, he can still bonk and stun with the what's it called? The stuns on the familiars. I think they've got some stupid name for that. But yeah, it ain't bad whatsoever here. See, what else did they change? Yeah, turn rates.
I am.
Oh, and the cooldown as well is pretty big. 20-second less cooldown at max level on the familiars is still pretty big.
Yeah, gini.
I am a very I like Tundra's draft overall. I like the outside the box pick of the Visage. I am not a fan of this rating. I think it's just okay with Keeper. But I feel like rating got such heavy nerfs last patch. Reincarnation being 60 seconds at max level in the late game, mind you, is so big, such a big deal.
It is. Yeah, no, it really is. Because 40 seconds, usually you'd have to play a little bit less YOLO, or I guess YOLTS, as I like to say. You only live twice. Because you could, late game, some fights could very well last longer than 40 seconds, especially if they jumped on you immediately and then your team counter initiates with something like a Ravage. So that could be it. It's by the way, it's a 4 Tidehunter, so Snake King will probably jungle a bit, I'd imagine here.
I just want to compare this to another ultimate that got very similar treatment, Ancient Apparitions, Ice Blast, right? And where is that hero now? Dead. Not picked at all in this tournament. I mean, obviously he's picked once or twice, but he's really not that strong, right? And that Ice Blast treatment was part of the reason. So it's similar with Wraith King. Obviously less of a nerf because you're a carry, but you still depend on that ultimate to fight.
Very true. Very true. Yeah, 1 minute now at level 1 for Ice Blast compared to 40 seconds at every level. Definitely a bit of a pain point for him. I'm gonna back Tundra on this one though. You make fair points, but honestly, I just like Visage too much.
Yeah, that's the best kind of analysis I could expect.
Visage, fun hero, very fun hero to watch, and I'm eager to see how snappy these new familiars are actually.
So. In my camp, I am not sold on Wraith King, but I don't know if he matters because I think Visage can just carry the game. I particularly love this lane of Visage plus Tide because Tide brings minus armor, so even more buffs for Visage.
True. Yeah. No, very true.
Yep. And you're guaranteed at least a win mid because that's what Coddle does. So obviously I'm going for PP.
Okay. It is, by the way.
No. I mean, I saw VP play better last game, to be honest. I think they can elongate this game as well.
By the way,
finish my points. I was just joking.
No, I know, but VP are dodging this matchup. It's GPK mid lane on the TA.
Is it?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, because he's mid lane right now, and it's GPK.
So Nightfall's also the mid lane.
No, well, not anymore. He's going top. I mean, I
That's
think
interesting. I guess you're right.
I think you want to throw because your point was Coddle's going to win the mid lane because he's Coddle, but not if it's
Not
TA.
against TA.
Yeah.
No, you're right. This is the right choice. Anyway, to the point I was making is that they have some really solid tempo players, which they've kind of outplayed Tundra last game. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened again. They have better team fight as well. And you have 2 carries that are very explosive, or 2 cores that are very explosive compared to everything that's going to take forever to get online. So it's all in the Visage. I like Visage. I don't think he's that strong yet. I am going for VP.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm slightly now more aversive of back in Tundra because of this GPK mid lane TA.
It's very smart.
I think, yeah, it's very smart. This is definitely something that is going to make Coddle's life a little bit more difficult, whereas last game GPK kind of just had to avoid this matchup after Coddle had level 3 specifically eliminate like you called. GPK is going to be able to stand his own a lot better here in this lane.
Yep. And he can also farm jungle at the same time as 9. Obviously that got nerfed a bit with the sideblade spill, but it's fine. You can still farm jungle. Ember could somewhat, but not great.
Yeah, especially because he didn't go full flame guard, right? Because he didn't see the points. More points into the Sleight of Fist, which I don't think was a bad thing by any means. But TA with her build, I mean, with any build really, because there's kind of only one build on TA unless you take your safe lane and meld level 1, it's going to make for some very, very fast farming in the side camps. 33 has actually gone for Soul Assumption level 1 here. Lots of minus armor for Kingslayer, who already starts with just 1.
Yeah. What's the usual build? I guess on Visage maybe we always used to see the Grave Chill first.
Yep, it was always Grave Chill into a couple Null Talismans, and then it depends on what you wanted. Sometimes Orchid bots.
I think Soul Assumption is better for the offlane because you want to play aggressively. Who cares if you're attacking the Void Spirit? He has the shield anyway.
I think in this one, it's really good because both of these heroes are relatively low armor. 3 base armor, well, I don't know base, but right now 3 armor at level 2 for the Void Spirit and only the 1 for the Phoenix. So just the 1 value point in Gush here is going to put him down to 0. A couple of right clicks, a Soul Assumption to go through the Resonant Pulse physical block. Yeah, it's really good.
No, Soul Assumption is not. It's magical.
I know.
All right, that's to go through. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's why I think Soul Assumption is value. I don't think Grave Chill is that great at level 1 here, or even getting a point until level 4. So
I could have seen it though. Double slow level 1 versus Kingslayer, who went Fire Spirits. It could have been a kill too, but I think this is the safer option. And now we have Grave Chill anyway.
okay, yeah, it's a good lane. I mean, I guess if you're keeping a distance, who cares? Grave Chill's cloak. It's a good lane for them. I think that Tundra has decent lanes, but I really like the solution of GPK mid. We did talk about this, right? The first game, or did we talk about?
We did.
Outside of this?
It might have been outside this stream. I think didn't we see a Coddle in our first series as a support though, or something like that, and then we brought it up and. Oh yeah, here's a couple of other things you can do against Coddle to mitigate it. And TA mid was one of the ideas I had, so we'll see how it works out in practice.
It's the most normal one. I think the best 2 heroes to deal with Coddle mid, one actually Orthodox, just TA, and the unorthodox to me would be the Timber mid and bring him back. He tanks it nicely, and then he just destroys Coddle afterwards because you can just run at him, right? And you rarely get killed with the Illuminate. I'd like to see some team try that out.
Falta gonna stack with that stun. No, he's not. Just a second late, unfortunately, or about a half a second late, not even. Bottom. Snaking will be fine. 7 stick charges. This is a very spam-heavy lane, so sticks, yeah, full wand even for Nightfall in this lane is going to make it a little bit difficult for Tundra to find any kills down here, despite how explosive they may be. Basically, they just spam their spells all day long, and that is going to give a lot of regen.
There's 3-3, by the way, going to go for the exact same build he's gone for every game, which is the Helm of the Overlord. Because I guess with
Visage, yeah, Visage used to be
one of the... used to be his build.
It really did. Yeah, no, it did. Good point. I'm so used to seeing Dahak, you know, first item, what is it? He would go Orchid usually, right? Yeah, but I think
it's
offlane...
a very different position.
Exactly, yeah, you're going to want to go for that item.
That's why I suggested 9 or Skitter play, you know, because I think I was stuck with the Hawk playstyle, so I guess this hero is mid or carry, right? But in this new meta, it does kind of make sense with the Helm of the Overlord as he dies, by the way, or they lose Snaking rather, and 3-3, not going to fight this, because he has no mana, can't really use the Soul Assumption to effectively him.
Level 2 Soul Assumption, though, is a lot more damage. This spell gets really good with levels, so it's pretty valuable here. Because the damage is the same, but you get more charges, so it's just really strong. a Hex top lane here. They're looking for a kill on the Skitter. He's going to use the Fairy Fire, as well as the stick charges, and Fada's going to be here with an additional stun to keep him safe. I don't think there's any regen here right now, though, so Skitter is going to be forced away from the wave for a while, but luckily, with the wave pushing, he should have no problems finding CS underneath his tower. He's a Raid King after all.
It's the classic when you're playing a melee carry, just try to get the lane equilibrium as close to the tower as possible, maybe even under tower. It's fine as long as he has some CS here, but he is going to struggle though. The lane is very strong. Mars deals well with Wraith King, and he hasn't even needed to put a point in Bulwark, which shows just how powerful this lane is. Double stun always very good.
Yeah, 14 denies, by the way, here for DM. So,
DM is such a good offlaner. It's kind of crazy. The only reason my team didn't want him in the very beginning is because they said he was lazy, and now he's found a team when apparently he's not lazy, and they're like, wow, he is so good.
Good stun from Fata. Yeah, even blocks Save from getting off a spell. Not like he has got mana for one anyway. And Save actually almost dying to the Skellies. He might go to Fata as well. The Spear first to claim the life of Skitter, as Fata will be able to trade away Save. So solo XP for DM on that kill onto Skitter.
It's so good. That's still a win for DM once again. You know, you kill Skitter, so time to kill on the support. And GPK, I mean, I can't believe I'm seeing a Coddle with creeps attacking his tower. Richie, what's happening?
Okay, sorry, we're finding
GPK's found the way to beat this build.
Oh,
That's 3-3, by the way.
He's got launch charges, he'll be fine.
And the cloak as well, so it's fine. Nightfall, is he the one that's in trouble now? 3-3 at a soul assumption. Just need to get in the range of Nightfall. Nightfall, careful. There's a soul assumption hitting him. He baited it out. He knew it was coming. That was the last bit of mana for 3-3.
It was, yeah.
I bet Nightfall feels really clever.
Yeah, make sure it doesn't get too clever though, because range on soul assumption is pretty good. So he's
the cleverer the better.
Yes, the more clever the better. As GPK this time around, compared to 67 CS for 9. Which he had very similar to last game, GPK at least keeping pretty close though, and with this DD in especially, he'll be able to farm a couple of side camps, maybe even this Ancient camp. Yeah, I think he is.
Alright, so I mean, the Coddle will still fight far, right? You don't actually ever beat him in the end. But the fact that the creep wave touched the tower is the win in itself for GPK. And GPK even getting his own Ancient stacks, not as fast as the Coddle, but even more efficient though.
Kingslayer?
Kingslayer. Yep.
Creeps don't cancel cells anymore.
Anchor smash. Oh, Kingslayer too strong.
Too strong. The Arena top lane now is going to find Skitter. Skitter's struggling. Right. Level 4.
Thinking about changing your prediction here, Richie?
To be honest, I didn't really consider this top lane. I didn't think DM was going to pop off. I mean, Visage as well is only level 4, so we're really struggling to find any XP. 33, now he's going to show. That's going to be a decent amount of damage onto Save here. Another Soul Assumption ready to go in a second, but he's going to be well without range, thanks to the Spear of DM. A-okay. No, I'm still gonna go. I'm still gonna go Tundra. I think we still have a very, very explosive game here as soon as 33 hits level 6. Bird's not too great versus the Mars either. He can actually burst them relatively easily. So maybe I should pay more attention to this Mars. But Visage fun. Visage fun hero. So I'll hold out hope for him for now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the game is lost by any means, right? I just think the VP has done a really good job of dealing with some of the early game threats. We'll see how they respond though in the mid game of Nightfall. How maybe he's getting too clever. Here comes 9. That Astral Step counts as movement, so he's just super slow now. Has one more Astral Step to simulate.
Nice.
I think Nightfall might have just wanted to play Voice Spirit the whole time. It's like, oh, we're gonna bait this, gonna be mid. I just love this hero secretly. I watched RTZ play that one stream.
Yeah, he sees Amar taken into the offlane. He says, I bet I could play it safe lane as well. And I wonder what he's gonna build. Do you think it'll be like the Mage Slayer build for him here?
I'd love that actually, especially against the Coddle. I think it's super good.
Yeah.
But I think your carry's still TA, right? You play as if you're mid. Oh, 3-3 against the wall. 3-3's out of those Great Equals Cloak charges. And the air spike will set up for his kill. 9 comes in. They do have the Solar Bind. DM's the target. Kingslayer standing in between, hoping to distract the Coddle. Me. And DM actually gets away in time. Kingslayer did have to waste a lot of time distracting him though, so he's gonna die for this. Unless DM coming to save his support. True camaraderie? Useless.
Dies to right clicks of Coddle. Of course, with 3 null talismans, actually pretty respectable damage. Ooh, he's going to be able to TP away. Yeah,
look how much I had to do, though. This is what proves in Dota you shouldn't help your team.
Also good damage, good tower damage down bottom with the first wagon out from Nightfall. Takes that tower to just above half HP. Bad at all. GPK as well, continuing to farm very decently. Of course, he's not going to match the farm of a Coddle even as a TA, thanks to these nerfs. Snake King. I'm not sure if he wants to be here any longer, though. Yep, he is most likely going to die, but what can Tundra get out from exchange? Actually, he's going to stay alive. Pardon, GPK tanking through it quite nicely. Refraction's about to expire, however, is now Snake King in trouble. Should die here, and in fact, that last Melt Strike will put him down. 9 continuing to fight as GPK with another stack of the refractions here. Finds himself actually being cleared by the creep wave. Fata, though, unable to find the stun there off the spill. Good damage regardless, but just a 1-for-1 trade there. And now we've got the familiars ready to go for 33.
That's the start of 32's dominance.
Let's go on Orchid.
He is, yeah, he's not gonna go for the helm. Okay, so same build as the Hawk that we were talking about.
Yeah. Vale, actually I'm trying to remember because there used to be a stage, remember when Visage Birds had the really weird thing where they would do like 60 damage on their first auto attack, and on the second they would do like 30, and then like 10, and then 5 each, but they attacked like super quickly. Now they just do...
They did for a long time.
Yeah. That's, well, they haven't done that for a while. It's been a...
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
Visage? Oh, I forgot that you were a new person to go. 3-3 dies and then save. Go back with him. I don't think that's that big a deal though. I think 3-3 is the better kill anyway. If Manfall can get away, especially, the familiars are chasing after him. He has 1 left to assimilate. He's going to need to use it to avoid the Counter Blast. He uses it to avoid the Impale and the Blast. Might fall too quick.
Yep, nicely done. 33 was trying to predict his movement there. Of course, the birds have a couple more bonks, but he's going to be okay. Back in the day with those, Veil used to be a really powerful item. Sorry, not Veil. I keep saying Veil. Vlad used to be a very powerful item along with that.
For the game damage.
Yeah, exactly, right. So I'm not sure if it's all that amazing anymore.
Dire's middle tower is under
Just TP.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, it was the times when draft packs were used, right? Because
exactly.
you used to give damage to the fast-hitting familiars. Yeah, that was the gimmick of Visage for so long, and they were like, "This is crap. This can only be used for like one specific purpose."
Yeah.
And I guess Orchid now, so you can actually be a ganker in the offlane. I kind of get that, but it just feels like he's playing Lycan.
Interesting.
But without the tower push.
I thought he'd be... Well, he's got okay... Not as good as Lycan. I'd compare him...
That's what I mean.
Like, maybe to Urian, perhaps? Especially with the Orchid build. Ravage up from Snake King. It's not going to stop the Supernova, though. He gets it off in time. Tundra, just outside of range, though, of the Supernova, will find themselves A-okay, and the push will continue with now 2 fresh birds. They did lose one earlier here for 33, and the tower will go down.
Yep.
Dire's structures are fortified.
GPK already has Deso. Oh, what's going on over here? Kingslayer able to avoid 9's Illuminate.
Yeah, we're still pushing mid tower. That was actually first time Desolator by GPK. So going for the old school PA build. No Dragon Lance this time.
Yeah.
Just straight into the Desolator PK or Blink Dagger.
Yep.
And really good timing. Usually we'd say 50 minutes is standard. Not for this TA.
Not for this TA, yeah. Yeah, the lane
Oh,
pretty...
he actually bought Dragon Lance. I spoke too soon. I literally cast or cursed this build.
Who bought Dragon Lance? TA did?
Oh, never mind. Nope, I just clicked on a different hero.
Okay.
I saw the gold go down. I was like, what? My bad.
Who's got Dragon Lance then?
Nobody.
Oh, okay.
I clicked on the Lion, he had the Blink Dagger queued. I'm like, oh, 500 gold. It was exactly 1900 gold. And so I thought, oh, well, it must have been Dragon Lance. I just inferred.
So that Blink Dagger's on the way now for GPK. I think this is actually a pretty smart way of playing this game because DM as well is about to have his own Blink Dagger. We'll be pretty far from Lions, sure. But Kingslayer, of course, doesn't need a Blink. He can just Icarus dive on in. And then, of course, Nightfall with the Astral Steps as well can close the gap. So very mobile lineup, and one that will have no problem slicing right through Skitter, slicing through this offlane Visage, and especially this Coddle, right?
GPK. Oh, Fata, save. Good Hex. Save that regardless. Oh.
Yep.
He got confused there for a second, but Dagon just to finish him off. What did you think? You're gonna live there? And Nightfall's just playing Yule Scepter Void, so just mid Void, I guess.
Okay.
Win conditions, TA, you're just playing him like you're in a different position. No Mage Slayer shenanigans.
Alright, fair enough.
I would have liked that though. I thought it would have been really cool.
I just thought it was a bit of a value item. Good supernova.
There's the supernova. Is 9 going to survive? Nope. And 9 is the pie. Papa's stuck here. Everyone wants to hit the egg, but they just can't. And then there's the pause from Tundra. Lag.
Alright.
A little bit of lag. That's why we died there, obviously. Not like they could have done really much else, unfortunately. Yeah, 9 unable to TP out from that one. That's the issue, right? Everyone's just immediately on top of them here with this Blink Dagger timing from DM. That would have been the Blink Dagger reveal. And look where they reveal it. Super deep here into the Tundra side of the map, but it makes sense considering with this Deso first item, GPK easily, as well as DM kind of dominating top lane, they just destroy this top tier 1 tower. GPK gets middle as the rest of Tundra push bottom, and then they just can make plays like this thanks to the vision and the aggressive wars that they have down. So it was really good stuff here coming through from Virtus Pro. I'm excited to see this out from them because the games that we have seen them win, especially on the B stream, have been more just kind of avoiding fights early on and not really playing the tempo game themselves. Whereas this time around, especially I think with this build on the Void Spirit and GPK, we're going to want to be ending this game around 35 minutes for VP.
I mean, ideally, right? I think that if you can do it faster, you do it faster. Like, it's not that they're very threatened either, as long as they can just deny the Wraith King. Oftentimes, I feel like when we cast, we talk about the late game as if there's just set time. It's like, all right, boys, late game starting, get ready. But it's more like Wraith King will reach his late game when he has enough farm, right? And if you just keep denying his farm, you keep choking him, yes, he will find farm by osmosis. That's kind of how it goes, but you just need to just keep doing that. I don't think there's too much of a pressure on VP because they have a really solid lineup until quite late. Right? And Wraith King is going to struggle to find any farm. He can ghost push though with the skeletons.
He's got not almost Radiance, but he's got Radiance queued up as well here for this Wraith King. So it looks like now we've swapped from last game, right? Whereas Tundra were playing a little bit more of the tempo last time around. Now VP is, and Tundra are hoping to try and take this a bit later.
Oh hell yes.
33. This Orchid's going to be a pretty nice item as well, actually. That's a TA killing item, and actually a Void Spirit killing item. Maybe not Void Spirit because he almost has ghouls, so TA.
And she's building Dragonlance now. GPK's like, you know what? This is how GPK. Let's go back for it. His timing is so good, though. He might be able to have BKB like maybe 2-3 minutes after you look it, honestly. He's fucking crazy, guys.
Yeah, it's pretty concerning here for sure. And of course, Roshan still dies to TA Melt Strikes. Cutting through him. I like some nice old cake combo.
To the Radiant.
I do like my cakes.
I know you do. I know you do. Got Tres Leches cake. Well, maybe third Roche is Tres Leches because he drops Aegis cheese and another surprise item.
That's true. Yeah. I guess the shards also made the milk, so that's a third milk.
Definitely.
Skitter's just gonna die.
Wow.
Here.
Yeah, but he's got 10 HP. Not even close.
Well, honestly, Skitter's too good.
Yeah.
How did he calculate that? You gotta be pro to figure it out.
The freaking pig pull as well. He was just running around hexed up.
He has to go back, wounded. This doesn't look like a king.
What do you mean? Kings don't run around turning into pigs? Active pig out?
No, I mean they do, but like kings usually have gout, right? It's usually the feet that they can't move. It's not usually the side.
Oh, hold on, GPK.
GPK. Oh, GPK. That one last greedy last hit's gonna reveal his position, but he can fight this. He's fine. Turn the Wraith King into a pig. There we go. Arena blood, beautiful TM. However, they did lose their Aegis in the back, but TM will hit the reincarnation of Skitter. And the Ravage will hit them as well. DM is in trouble. Let's fight a good arena. That's not the right place to fight. And DM will end up falling here to the combo. GPK also a bit weak. Running him down. In comes the Phoenix Supernova in the middle of this, but they should be able to break the egg. They should be able to. And they will just barely. As Fata dies for it, so will Skitter a second time. DM did fight back to be able to fight in this engagement. And we're going to see Tundra retreating in the end, getting what they could out of this. Okay. Not bad, but not as much as they wanted to.
Mars very good against Visage, as we could see DM basically spending that entire fight with Bulwark active, which is going to drag all those projectiles, the very many projectiles out from the Visage familiars to himself. And he's basically, I mean, it's negligible damage, especially with level 1 familiars. He does not care at all. Really great fight from Tundra. Kind of. I mean, they do get through Aegis. Would have been much worse for them had we had Supernova, but it was just 4 seconds or so off cooldown by the time the arena came through. GPK is still alive on a second life, though. And, well, VP ought to be happy with how that fight went. Whoa, Nightfall.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
That was impressive. So they blinding lighted him back into the Illuminate. I thought tried to run as fast as possible to Assimilate, but he got nicked by the very end of the Illuminate because it was really well calculated. That was impressive. Very well done by 9. You watch this Coddle, you go, maybe Coddle's more useful than you think. He just... Very good. Anyway. 6k lead for VP, still decent. Well, now 5k, still okay, mind you. You stopped in the early game lead, but you have fought against the Coddle when he's strongest, so it stands to reason you're gonna lose a bit of a fight. DM has the Blink Dagger. They see the opportunity to go for 9, but he is under a tower, so it's a bit too risky, even if Ravage is off gold, on golden.
Thoughts underneath the ward. Oh, they're gonna try and get through the familiars. Down they go. They've been cleaved. 200 gold. 33 is gonna TP out. He's gonna be allowed to leave. Fata, not as lucky, will be cleaved through by GPK.
Nice. So that's a dieback actually on Fata, so kind of valuable. Usually 5 kills don't matter, but you get rid of Nyx for like solid 50 seconds. Great King is slowly getting to his mid game as he is closing in on that Radiance. No Midas for him, so he's still really far behind.
Yeah, or Armlet either, right? We used to see a lot of Armlet.
Not even Gloves of Haste, that's how poor he is. No, not
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Really, Skidder? No Midas? You don't want that Midas? No. Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, I talked to Kyle and that man scares me. I don't want another Twitter, but okay.
Tundra. Well, I mean, once he gets that online, it's a pretty big item, right? TA can go MKB, but we'll go for the BKB first, which makes a lot of sense here, especially versus the Coddle. You're going to want to have that item online. Speaking of Coddle, though, definitely a great game here for the E-Blade. For now, just the Ghost Scepter, which should at least allow him to live a little bit longer versus GPK. But it feels like to me, especially with this 25 talent this game, but almost every single game, TA no longer the hero that would plateau after like 30 minutes and then you'd lose the game after that, right? I feel like Ice Frog's done a really great job at making sure that, you know, that's no longer a thing. Think of Ursa, right? Ursa used to be the same thing. You'd go Mask of Madness, Blink, and then, you know, Basher Abyssal. You'd need to win the game with those items on top of PKB. Not really the case anymore. Skidder, level 2 reincarnation here. It's going to be a 130-second cooldown there. You're going to set up for this second life as well. Out comes the arena into the Supernova. Skidder 100% dead, trying to TP out quite fruitlessly as DM will drop a tip onto him.
That attempt to TP was, kudos for at least trying to do something, but hopeful doesn't even begin to describe that.
I mean, listen, whenever you die, you get another TP scroll for free, right? So, might as well.
Yeah, but it's still on cooldown when you come back because you're actually so low level that you die as far as as long as supports do. Really.
Yeah, true.
He still hasn't gotten his Radiance, and he's really, really far behind. Remember what I told you about the whole late game thing? I think it stands true. You're elongating the game here for VP. Never a better game to point this out. And GPK is a monster. He got his BKB, so good luck orchiding him. You can't really do that against Nightfall either, especially when he gets Kaya and Sanj. It's going to be impossible. At least we can orchid the Phoenix.
We can orchid the Phoenix. Very true. Very true. Speaking of Phoenix, he's trying to burn Snake King alive, or GPK. Of course he doesn't miss uphill. Why would he? Fata as well is going to be next to go, as a save will pick him off with the Finger of Death level 1. All right, VP this time. It's all coming together for them. Doubling the kills and having 10k net worth advantage here over Tundra.
Yep.
Avo.
They're playing the faster draft, but not like last game where they need to do everything right to win. Their draft has so many avenues and so many ways of making it work.
Plus, I feel like it's a bit easier for this draft to make it work, right? TA, tried and true, very good versus a Coddle mid, especially. You know, we've got a great team fight combo, arena with Phoenix. It's working pretty nicely.
I know, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, you have options to team fight, you have options to split push, actually, because TA can do everything. You have options to actually fight head on, get pickoffs. Everything is in your wheelhouse. You have so many plays to make, and it makes it hard for Tundra to, well, try to adapt to you.
Yeah, like what does 33 do here? Okay.
Kill him, for example. Oh, GPK got the BKB in time. Ravage too far away. And Fata will die as a result, making the next target, or perhaps instead of 3-3, save his dying to 3-3 familiars, though. In the end, forcing the BKB. Yeah, but it was a Ravage. You still lost Nyx, so not great for Tundra. No. At least they didn't lose people there, so...
Well, other than Fata.
Well, people, right? Fata is in support for those.
I think the issue is if if it is a fast Roshan and we don't have Ravage up for it, there's no hope for Tundra to contest Roshan, let alone maybe stop VP from going high ground.
Oh, it's Ice Frog is on Tundra's side right now.
We shall see. We shall see here what the Frog decides. It's 33 and the rest of Tundra is looking to find some opening elsewhere. But yeah, it's not really coming together here this time around for Tundra. But Radiance completed. Radiance completed. So Skitter's got his first item, finally. He's had a tough... Don't get me wrong, he's had a very difficult lane. DM really popped off. But we needed something for him, and they might just kill 9 here.
Oh, they also could fight Skinner in the arena. He just walks into it. 9's already dead. The supernova is happening. Skinner is now trying to get out. He regrets his choice to go into this arena. They don't have the TA though, so this shouldn't be a one fight for VP. In comes the Void Spirit, however. There is no Ravage just yet. DM surviving this. They also stun Fanta yet again. They miss the spear, however, but they're going for the valuable targets. It's going to be 3-3. They miss the melt, doesn't matter because they hit him with a stun, and that's going to be a dead 3-3. I mean, I know you weren't flipping Skinner when you said that. It's just funny because, you know, he finally got his first item 22 minutes in. I mean,
just to show how difficult, of a game it's been. Unfortunately, I didn't quite catch that on the replays, but did you see how perfect that egg placement was from Kingslayer?
That was very good. It was right on the wall.
It was right on the wall, so even though the familiars were there and do full hits, I want to say, because they're hero creeps or something like that, like Bear, pardon me, because there's a lot of bears in Dota 2. Like the Spirit Bear from Lone Druid, I think they do full hits towards Supernova, but he just couldn't hit him. The arena wall was just absorbing every single attack from the familiars. So really, really great placement there by VP on the arena and most importantly the Supernova. Very nicely done.
Yep. That was very well done. That was a... You know, when that happens, the only way you can actually hit it is if you BKB. I actually tried to test it out with Beast Ghost, by the way, just so you know, yeah. But it was you can only hit it with BKB or like Rage or certain match community and get between the walls. Some melee heroes can hit it depending on their range. Like I think Monkey King we didn't test, but for the most part, it's kind of it's like literally pitch perfect placement. But it's also hard to get it right there. Sometimes there's a optical illusion that it seems like it's perfect.
Well, there goes second Roche, Aegis and Shard. They're going to give the Shard to Nightfall.
Shard for Void Spirit.
Aegis for GPK, who almost, and in fact, does have now a full Daedalus on top. Kind of running out of slots here. Wow, we are very farmed for VP.
Yeah, I mean, this Caudle doesn't seem like he's vacuum farming the map just because of how well VP's playing. And the insane farm for GPK. It's crazy. And they find 3-3. Why not? Yeah, rush him. That's what the game was close. Don't care. Just took it off him. Arena. He's actually outside the arena. But he can't walk because he's outside the arena precisely. Ravage. There's Spike. Killed. Oh, they spear the Nyx out though. Snaking will die or he will soon die to Nightfall with the last stun. Now the Supernova gets used. It's only defensive. It's to kill Fata as well. And they're going to get 3 kills on the supporting cast, while Skidder desperately tries to recover in terms of farm. And he's doing an okay job. He's almost matching the enemy offlane. He's only 10k away from GPK.
Only 10k. He's going to get there, Avo. He will get there. And there's going to be the full heal out from Kingslayer. So GPK is going to continue pushing. Yeah, really great fight. That was a bit weird. It looked like 33 couldn't leave because he was on top of the arena wall.
He was outside the arena. He was outside the arena, and the arena blocked it like a fissure essentially. And so he couldn't. He could only leave by going inside the arena. Talk about leaving. 9 wants to leave right now, but he might not leave in one piece.
No.
Maybe 2, maybe 3.
Well, he's gonna be skewered, right? So probably in 2. At least, as he's going to be taken down. 33 gets a tip from Nightfall. Maybe he just accidentally fed a couple of familiars. And, oh, well, now he's going to feed 1. He's at least stuns up GPK, but GPK might stick around to farm these familiars up.
GPK with the dance of death. Oh, not going to catch Fata. There's the Orchid. Okay. That was funny. I love when Nyx gets punished because he tries to get the perfect impale.
The Shard on Visage is very interesting as well. Hold that thought, because Skidder is dying. Oh my goodness, he is dead. That's his first life. BKB on the second life for GPK. Skidder, he is just instantly killed. Okay, wow.
At that point, can we consider that a life? Or, you know... That's a snapshot of his life, really.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he dies the once, his life flashes before his eyes, and then he dies a second time, and only that little bit flashes before his second life.
Nothing to flash, yeah, exactly. DM has BKB, but knows how to use it. That's good. At least they kill DM, and in fact, GPK could also be in trouble, but the blinding light doesn't hit him in the right spot, so he gets sent away instead. Wow, lovely Nightfall is just walking around, playing with his Void Spirit. He's soon to get the silence. That's going to help him out a lot, especially against the Nyx. And VP keep up the pressure.
good kill onto DM. Unfortunately, it's basically just because VP decided to run onto your high ground. I mean, they weren't there for pushing, right? They did, like, you know, maybe splash damage to the tower on accident. They were there for kills.
Yep.
And DM just gets a little bit caught off guard there. I think will be taken down. There's now the double silences, the Acceptor for Nightfall on the way on this Void Spirit. Very farmed. 33 doesn't have any familiars right now. This is the most sad you'll ever see a Visage without familiars, because he's really not much without his familiars. Doesn't do a whole lot, especially when your mid lane Coddle takes all of your farm.
The Remnant, he disseminates away. Nightfall's fine for now. Fata hits him actually, we didn't pay it. Nightfall's actually quite tanky. Kill the Kai and Sanj, and they're able to fight this as well. Supernova in the middle of this fight. You're not breaking the snaking, in fact, they're breaking you instead. There's Spike, also the Visage, with a little stun for the Lion. 3-3. Nobody's currently hurting into the stone form. There's the TA. One single melt. Finger of death to make sure he's down. And they wanted to go for the familiars as well, but they decided against it because... actually, they got one.
No, he just resummoned. They're gonna get the second one as well. Lion's gonna stun it. He's gonna hex it. Yeah, here comes Kingslayer as well. Oh, he just respawned these.
Skitter's angry because he acknowledged that he's less valuable than familiars, and now Skitter's gonna die for this.
Oh no, Skitter.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe not actually. Maybe Skitter baiting. Baiting into the arena. Beautiful Ravage though, and they just killed Nightfall. There's an Impale as well. The 3 same guys. Nightfall as well. DM finally gets to pin the Coddle against the wall, but the arena ends, and that's gonna be TA losing her first life, perhaps her second one as well. DM trying to create more space, hoping to at least kill the Coddle. Icarus dive, bombing the Coddle, and he will die. So 9 falls. Capable of blinking GPK to safety with another beautiful spear by DM. This man single-handedly gave Nightfall or GPK the space he needed. And DM still wants more? No, he's just trying to avoid being caught. Okay.
Yeah. That was.
Is he gonna don't kill the courier? Okay.
Okay. Wow. That was well pretty good. Yeah, that was
good bait.
That was a really good bait. Unfortunately, Visage respawns, or he buys back, sorry, and he's like, oh, I don't have familiars. I guess I'm just gonna Orchid the TA, sorry. Not bad though. Great Ravage. So I'm just gonna buy back so we can end. Oh, great voice lines coming through from VP. Very strong voice line game. Let me show that one again. Yeah, nice baits by Skitter. Yeah, he just kind of like runs up there, and then a beautiful Ravage on a 4. Fata as well. He, not to be outdone, lands 3 on the Impale to follow suit. 9 even getting plenty of damage in there with a couple of full channel illuminates. Does very nicely there. Unfortunately, he's still picked off towards the end of this fight by Kingslayer. That's not bad. 33 did buy back for that one though, so he's no closer to the drums.
What? These all sound like flame statements. He's no closer to that 1700 gold item.
Yeah.
He's been working for it for a while.
He has been.
At least Skitter was able to participate and get some farm off that, and he actually beat the Mars now.
Into the future.
Next step is Void Spirit. Oh, beautiful. Dagon, can they kill the Lion? Oh, safe with a Glimmer Cape. There's Spike, they blinding light him, and that's his whole assumption.
Okay.
And they kills for Fata though, so 5 for 5 at the end. Getting closer, and hits a spear somehow. The Supernova, Skitter has to run away, they have to leave 3-3 behind. Stormform will give him a bit more space, or a bit more time rather, as they chase after Skitter. They do get him with a God's Rebuke, that's his first life. With a Spear of Mars ready, Skitter against the tree. Oh, but they don't impale him properly. They need a Yules at least. There's the Yules setting up the Remnant. The creep actually follows the Remnant. Doesn't seem to matter because the Simulate will kill him regardless. Once again die, despite 3-3 trying to sacrifice himself for his carry.
Yeah, it's going to be Roshan time here relatively soon. Yeah, I mean, this is TA's, of course, post-nerf season. Doesn't really look like it because she's still cleaving from like 800 units away. But I do believe this game is a bit too far gone now for Tundra. I don't think there's any fight that they could take to try and bring this one back. I mean, we're going to have Ravage ready to go here, but we're not going to have any familiars ready to fight with Visage. GPK, by the way, he's level 25, so this is what I was talking about. Now with these +8 refraction instances, that's going to be like a whole second where the familiars need to chew through you, and I just don't think that's going to happen here. Yeah, I think VP are in much too command-enabled position. They're going to back up and go Roche, for sure. Like, they're not going to, or they're almost going to kill Fata. But they're going to back up and go Roche. because they don't want to lose this game. But I don't think. I mean, 27k in 31 minutes is incredible.
Yeah, you're gonna play safe because you're VP and you know what you're doing, but at the same time, like you've still denied the enemy carry completely. Caudle, who's very farmed, this farm is for nothing because his damage is not good enough anymore. You're gonna play it safe just because you can. There's the Roche spawning.
Instant Roche as well.
Yep. So that's Refresher Shard. Honestly, double Supernova is kind of value here because they have so much trouble breaking that egg.
They do. Double Supernova, double Refraction with BKB. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can go wrong here, to be honest. Oh, pick up the cheese. Okay, so who have they given Refresher to? They've given it to DM. Double Spear is actually pretty huge here. Doesn't have the shard, but still, it was quite a powerful item here to displace enemies, as well as double Arena, of course, to set up a nice little Venn diagram of death.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Oh, wow, nice ball. Mata does not even dare to get in range of a mana burn. He knows that he will very likely die to Nightfall if he tried that.
Okay, gets hit, goes back blast, and once again a beautiful arena with a supernova in the middle. Okay, Skitter, that's his first life. He's getting rid of the Aegis, but Skitter, and the refresh immediately, second supernova, that's a dead Skitter. GPK is okay, because he also had 2 lives this time. And he's going to go for the Visage next. Holding him with a single meld hit.
Wow. Yep.
Void Spirit went in, dissimulate. That's fought to dead as well. Tundra are out of options. They have 1 Caudle and 1 Tide. They have a Ravage still, but they haven't been able to use it. There's a Dagon used for GPK, who has no BKB, by the way. He's been slowed down, but that was all a bait for 9, who now has got his Ghost Scepter at least, as VP continued to push down these buildings. And he tried to force the tier 4s, because the tier 2's still up down bottom.
Man, Sunray just melts Phoenix, gets rid of those Gravekeeper Cloak stacks just immediately.
Melts Visage.
Yeah. And this is just going to be GG. VP are just going to push to end the game. I mean, they've got a Ravage. Oh my goodness.
Unifying Caudle. Snaking, tanking it like a god, but instead he just killed himself as well against the Earth Spike. GG, there we go. Snaking, what a bro. But you learned your lesson. Don't help your teammates.
I'm actually shocked that Tundra were able to get through at least the first life. I didn't think they really had a chance at all. I thought they were just going to get ran over. But, I mean, that's what the Aegis is for, right? You respawn on the second life, BKB active, cleave through, and get a free kill basically onto the Visage. And that's VP taking game number 2 and the 2-0 victory here over Tundra.